Yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna.
I fell off my horse.
Let me help you up.
Thanks, ma'am.
You know, your horse isn't going to cooperate without sugar cubes.
Oh, thanks, little lady. Back to the old town road.
Anytime.
Horse is in the back, horse stock is attached. Head is matted black, got the bushes black to match. Riding on a horse, you can whip your Porsche.
I'm so grateful for that sugar cube thing, so I can make it back to the old town road. But what even is it? We drink it? We eat it? I mean, dang nabbit, we even sing about it.
Well, the sugar they sing about in songs is slightly different than real sugar, which is called sucrose. It is a carbohydrate disaccharide made up of the monosaccharides fructose and glucose. These molecules have the same formula but different molecular configurations. This makes them isomers.
And I saw who?
You know, isomers. While they're both C6H12O6, they look different in the way that they're actually structured. Glucose is shaped as a hexagon, whereas fructose is shaped as a pentagon. Sugars like glucose and fructose are found naturally occurring in fruits and vegetables, stored in the root, leaf, seed, or fruit of the plant. Examples include sugar cane, sugar beets, apples, oranges, carrots, and other fruits and vegetables that all use photosynthesis to yield sugar. The plant will then convert these monosaccharides into sucrose using condensation dehydration reactions, which involves the loss of a water molecule. Sugar cane and sugar beets contain higher proportions of sucrose compared to other plants and are therefore harvested to produce sugar for use at home and in food products. A stalk of sugar cane plant contains about 14% sugar and sugar beets contain about 19%.
Wait, so how do we get the sucrose out of the plant?
Good question. I'll have help from my friend Bob to explain the frying process a little bit. Take it away, Bob.
Sugar cubes don't grow on trees. In fact, it takes a number of steps to turn sugar cane into refined white sugar. First, the cane field is set on fire to remove dead leaves. Then the stalks are harvested from the field. After being transported to the refinery, the cane is chopped or shredded before it is crushed in large roller mills, which releases raw sugarcane juice. Sugarcane juice contains sugar, dirt, and pieces of cane pulp. From there, calcium hydroxide is added to the juice, and carbon dioxide is bubbled through the mixture, which helps to clarify the juice by creating insoluble calcium compounds. The calcium hydroxide also raises the juice's pH level. With the help of polyacrylamides, calcium compounds, muds, and other impurities are filtered out of the juice. Next, the juice travels to a filter where it is treated with activated carbon. After being filtered, the juice is sent through an evaporator to remove water, causing the juice to thicken. The juice is then sent to a boiler where it is heated in a vacuum and fine seed crystals are added to aid in the formation of sugar crystals. Crystallization leaves behind a substance called mother liquor that will ultimately be made into molasses. To separate the sugar crystals from the mother liquor, they are put into a centrifuge. The final product is raw sugar, which is ready to be refined into white sugar. The refining process begins with affination, where the raw sugar crystals are melted into a syrup, dissolving the remaining molasses. Then the sugar is washed. From there, the sugar is clarified and decolored, either with phosphoric acid and calcium hydroxide or with calcium dioxide. Finally, the solution is boiled one last time to concentrate it into white granulated sugar crystals.
So once I eat it, what's my body use it for?
The The body is only able to use monosaccharides and therefore must break the sucrose down. This begins with the saliva and the stomach acid, but is mostly done by the small intestine lining, which releases sucrase. Sucrase splits the sucrose into its respective glucose and fructose molecules. Due to this function, sucrose is sometimes referred to as an invert sugar, and sucrase is sometimes referred to as invertase because it inverts the sugar back into its two original parts. The glucose, once separate from fructose, will be absorbed straight from the digestive system into the bloodstream. Then, insulin will be released to let the glucose enter into body cells. Once inside body cells, glucose is used as a major component of cellular respiration to provide energy for the body, which is called ATP. Cellular respiration includes glycolysis in the cytoplasm before moving into the mitochondria for the Krebs cycle and ETC, or electron transport chain. This yields the majority of ATP. For every gram of any carbohydrate consumed, glucose, sucrose, and fructose included, a result of 4 calories of energy is seen. Calories are just a way for us to measure energy. Any glucose that is not used during cellular respiration is then turned into a more complex form called glycogen for storage.
Tell me more.
Well, glycogen is stored in the liver and muscles and hydrolyzed back into glucose as needed, specifically between meals and while you are sleeping when blood sugar levels are low. When your body reaches its glycogen storage capacity, it converts all remaining glucose into fat. Fructose, on the other hand, has a similar but different story. It must go to the liver first to be converted into glucose, and excess fructose is turned into cholesterol and triglycerides.
Oh, really? That's mighty interesting. Are there any other uses for sucrose?
Well, now that you ask, off the top of my head, I know sucrose is also seen in the pharmaceutical fields where it is used to flavor unpleasant chewable or liquid medications while also increasing the viscosity of liquid meds. Also, just like salt, sugar can be used as a natural preservative because it draws moisture out of bacteria. Sucrose can also be a source of food for fungi and therefore can be used in fermentation processes. For example, used with yeast, a fungus, sucrose can aid in fermenting of beer and cider. Sucrose can be abrasive and can yield the power of wearing away at things, which is why it is often seen in the form of sugar scrub for the body and lips. It can be used to remove dead skin cells and oil buildup on the body. Last but not least, just like humans, bugs like flies, ants, and cockroaches are all attracted to sugar, so it is commonly used as an ingredient in pest bait.
Thank you for the knowledge.
You are most welcome. I hope you've enjoyed learning about sucrose, the sweet molecule that has been treasured dating all the way back to 8000 BC, when the indigenous people of New Guinea were most likely chewing on it raw. Now you can go out and tell the world everything you learned about C12H22O11.
I can't wait to tell my wife all the knowledge I learned about sucrose.
Honey, I'm home. Give me some sugar.
C12H22O11.